Live from the Caterpillar Global Communications Center at Bradley University, this is BUTV News.
Good evening and welcome to BUTV News. I'm Mark Berger.
And I'm Megan Ruger-Smith. Let's take a look at the news.
A Bradley student faces up to 28 years in prison after being involved in a fatal car crash that killed 2 pedestrians. 23-year-old Stephanie Melgoza has been charged with felonies of aggravated DUI, aggravated reckless driving, and unlawful possession of marijuana in the deaths of 43-year-old Andrea Rosowicz and 55-year-old Paul Prowant. Recently released body cam footage shows Melgoza being taken into custody after failing field sobriety tests. Officers report Melgoza blew .264 on the breathalyzer. In the footage, you can hear an officer telling Melgoza that 2 people are dead. Melgoza responds, "I'm just wondering when I can go back to school." Melgoza is scheduled to appear in court on May 24th. She must serve at least 85% of any sentence imposed, and any chance for probation must be met with, quote, extraordinary circumstances.
Senator Dick Durbin recently visited Bradley's campus for a funding announcement that will enhance Bradley's nursing program.
Senator Durbin was joined by President Standiford and other guests to announce the passage of the 2022 fiscal year appropriations bill.
It's an $850,000 federal investment to support the university in helping to train and build our nation's nursing workforce.
The funds will be used to create new simulation labs for nurses that will provide realistic and advanced training. The nursing department will also use the funding to target high schools and introduce students to the medical profession.
When these high school students are finally introduced to the opportunities that present themselves, when they shadow nurses or others in the education field and see what it would mean to be part of their lives and envision themselves in that role, it really can create a positive outcome.
The COVID-19 pandemic has put a strain on nurses and healthcare workers. This funding will allow Bradley to continue to produce educated nurses that will lift up Illinois and the Peoria community.
The lessons learned are that we better be prepared. Someday, God forbid, there will be another pandemic. There will be another healthcare challenge. We need to make sure that we have the women and men in the profession to respond to that so that America continues to lead the world when it comes to that area.
Nursing is one of Bradley's top majors, and its program has a national reputation. The new simulation labs will allow Bradley to maintain those standards. For BUTV News, I'm Mallory Clark.
This past Saturday, Brave Sounds Entertainment hosted their spring concert, Folklore Fest. The concert was covered by BUTV's Ryan Dempsey.
On Saturday, April 16th, Brave Sounds organized a concert for 5 folklore musicians to play on Olin Quad. The opening artist, Emma Anastasia, thanks Brave Sounds for the supportive environment.
Well, Brave Sounds has always been the most supportive, and then they're also just a really good environment to be around. The people are really supportive. They put together a really nice show.
For their spring concert, Bradley University gave out free food, free drinks, free succulent plants, and even displayed the artwork of some Bradley students.
I like seeing different people's reactions to the stuff that I make, because personally, as the creator, a lot of these are just random doodles and stuff, but I like seeing people's different interpretations of whatever I create.
Brave Sounds put a focus on increasing attendance to let this semester end on a high for the organization.
The goals we had for this concert was to have as much attendance as possible from the greater Peoria area and our students. We had a great turnout, and it was a great event, and everyone came and listened to some great music.
To keep up with Brave Sounds, you can follow them on Instagram at BraveSoundsENT. For BUTV News, I'm Ryan Dempsey.
Bradley's History Club met for one of the last times this semester this past Monday. The topic of this meeting was centered around the indigenous Native Americans in the Midwestern area, specifically the Ho-Chunk people of what is now Wisconsin.
Bradley's History Club met this past Monday to listen to guest speaker Dr. Libby Trones, head of special collections in the library and specialist in American Indigenous history.
It was kind of the second dissertation I wrote because I kept trying to figure out why Ho-Chunks lost their land in the Rock River Valley. And so I would say that, that was a project that lasted, once I settled on that topic, probably 5, 6, 7 years.
The lecture included her expertise and research on the Ho-Chunks people's part in the Black Hawk War and protecting fleeing fellow Native Americans from the pursuing American militia.
I came to Bradley in the fall of 2017, faculty in the history department, and just this last fall I shifted from history over to becoming head of special collections and university archives in the library. So I'm in my 5th year.
Dr. Trones and researchers like her help shed light on American history that many either ignore or forget about as time passes on. For BUTV News, I'm Jacob Harvey.
Earlier this week, SHPE held a sale in the Student Center to raise money for their organization. Bradley University's Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers held a fundraiser in the Student Center on Tuesday, April 18th. SHPE sold a variety of Hispanic snacks, including horchata and chicharrones. The organization's fundraiser was to fund their future events on campus and attend conferences where students can go and promote and celebrate their accomplishments.
This past weekend, ACBU had a Marvel triple feature in the Marty Theater. The event started on Friday night with a showing of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Then Saturday, ACBU screened 2016's Doctor Strange. Then at 7 p.m. on Saturday, ACBU premiered their mystery movie, which turned out to be 2021's big box office blockbuster, Spider-Man No Way Home. ACBU event coordinator Amanda Algier was excited to have put on an event that everyone on campus can enjoy.
I am most excited about getting to have a bunch of people come to see the movies. I know that the MCU appeals to a lot of people, so I'm really excited to have people come and join us for our cinema weekend.
If you want to keep up to date with ACBU's Marty Theater schedule, you can find it on Instagram at ACBU Bradley.
A talent show was held in the Garrett Center Monday night to celebrate Garrett Week. Reporter David Blank was there covering the event.
The Black Student Alliance and NAACP student organizations held the first of several events planned for Garrett Week on Monday night. The event had many types of talents, including a magician, musical performance, and poetry readings, as well as snacks for all to enjoy. While speaking with one of the performers, he gave some insight into why these events are important to him.
My first year I was actually all online, so when I came back this year I wanted to just get involved, so I wanted to be a treasurer for a BSA.
It was clear that community was a huge element to these events, and being able to safely meet and share talents was important to everyone after so long due to the pandemic. And as the talent show wound down, the final activity was called Hot Topics, an open mic discussion of current events.
So Hot Topics started many years ago. The executive board for BSA noticed what Black students, because Black Student Alliance, so they noticed what Black students most identified with, and it was talking about current topics that affect us.
The final Garrett Week event will be held Thursday night and will be an award ceremony for students. For more information on any BSA or NAACP events, go to @BradleyBSA or @BU_NAACP on Instagram and Twitter. For BUTV News, I'm David Blank.
Coming up, will spring arrive soon? Jake Buds has the answers.
And later, entertainment updates with Alec.
Kevin, you thinking about retirement?
Of course I've thought about it, but there's all this stuff in the way.
Oh, you're not kidding.
The house, the kids are going to college.
My new car.
Car? You bought a new car?
Oh, hey, you should meet my friend Avo. Avo's a retirement coach. He'll help get you started.
But what does Avo tell you to do?
You don't know? Focus on your future. Your goals can still be met.
But how?
Target your tomorrow and use the Avo bet.
You sing?
Not really. A is for taking action. Start off with a plan.
You built these letters?
Yep. V is for variety. There's so many ways you can.
I follow you.
Come on. O's for optimize your savings.
Let Avo lead the way.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Nice sign.
Thanks, I made it myself.
Cool.
More rain on the way, along with a true taste of summer as temps rise into the 80s. I've got all the weather info you need to know to survive the rest of the week. I'm Jake Buds, and let's start by taking a look out on campus. Taking a look out on campus, it's a little wet outside because we've had some rain showers going throughout the day. We will see these showers going into the weekend, and as you can see, the grass is becoming a little green as we're getting more sunshine in the way. As you can see, more critters are out. We can see bunnies, squirrels, and the potential bird out on campus as usual. Now going over to our forecast map. Currently we're experiencing scattered showers along with the possible thunderstorms rolling through. South-southeast winds are being recorded around 17 to 21 miles per hour with gusts as high as 39 miles per hour. Now as you can see, the system is kind of moving on us as we are right now. It's going to continue to move forward, and we're going to continue to see another storm system right behind it bringing more showers. Now moving on to our temp map. As you can see, we're resting at a comfortable 49 degrees right now. Temps will continue to rise as we go further into the week. It'll stay in the upper 50s going into next week, and overall the temp is going to stay higher and it's going to be becoming warmer as summer comes. Now on to our 5-day forecast. You can expect rain throughout the night and then more rain Thursday night into Friday morning. The high of the week we can expect on Saturday at 82 degrees, and the low will be seen later tonight at 47 degrees. These storms will be gifting us with not only rain but warmer temps later this week, which I'm sure everyone is looking forward to. Now these storms will most likely develop into thunderstorms mixed with high winds, so be sure to use caution when traveling and walking around campus. Now over to your entertainment news with Alec Brandt.
Marvel strikes back like a bolt of lightning with the announcement of the new Thor movie, Thor: Love and Thunder. This movie apparently was supposed to take place after the movie Thor: Ragnarok, and the movie will reprise Chris Hemsworth as the mighty hammer-wielding warrior god Thor, as he tries to find inner peace within himself, but is disrupted by a god killer named Gore the God Butcher. Nice name, by the way, who is going to be played by Christian Bale. Thor enlists the help of others, such as King Valkyrie, played by Tessa Thompson, Korg, played by Taika Waititi, and Jane Foster, or Mighty Thor, played by Natalie Portman. To take down Gore before he eliminates all gods, the movie plans on releasing in theaters on July 8th this year. I cannot tell you how many people told me to cover this last week. I didn't really know about it since I'm not a super fan of this franchise. Well, that and I didn't pay attention to Twitter. The famed, nostalgic Square Enix Disney franchise, Kingdom Hearts, is getting a 4th installment. Should I really call it the 4th installment when there are so many Kingdom Hearts games out there? Anyways, the trailer shows the main character Sora as he seems older and is in a city when it's attacked by a giant darkness monster, and he fights back with a Keyblade. Now, for those who don't know Kingdom Hearts, explaining the whole plot would take a whole semester full of BUTV news segments in and of itself. To sum it up, you go to different Disney worlds while you beat up creatures of darkness with a giant key. $1 million franchise, people. There seems to be no current release date, so what does the future hold for Sora, I wonder? So Jake, what would you do if you had the power of Mjolnir?
Honestly, man, I would just zap everything in sight.
That's cool.
Yeah. Stay tuned for an interview about Bradley's Fuse program.
Later, Nolan with sports and a special feature on Bradley softball.
I've been having a lot of fun just bonding with our team.
What's really exciting me about Fuse this year is, one, just being able to get to do it, but also being able to kind of get out in the community more
I feel like Fuse is just really a lot of effort and time into making something that you could be really proud of.
Fuses to me is like this, just the time the department gets to all come together, the IM department, and just create stuff together.
I've seen all the images, I've seen people collaborating, laughing, having fun together, and I want to be able to do that with like my team, and not only my team, but my users as well.
This is our unique showcase of interactive experiences. The culmination of a year of collaborative effort by the Interactive Media Department, where we partner with the Peoria Riverfront Museum to bring our passions to life. Game, animation, user experience, and art students of all different backgrounds work together to put on the experience of the year. This is our chance to show you what we can do. This is innovation in the making. This is Fuse. We can't wait to see you there.
Fuse Production is a program in the Department of Interactive Media that offers students a way to use their creative minds. Olivia Clausen has more.
Fuse uses students' minds to develop a creative way to show how it feels to be a student at Bradley University. Maddox Bender is a student executive producer of Fuse and is here to talk to us about their work and their upcoming events. Maddox, thank you so much for joining us. How are you today?
Doing all right. How about you?
Wonderful. Well, tell us a little bit more in depth about what Fuse actually is.
So Fuse is the Department of Interactive Media's culmination of a unique interactive experiences. It's where the whole department gets together to create the experience of the year, where we showcase all of the work that we've been able to do and really show off exactly what the department is capable of.
Why is being a part of Fuse beneficial for students in the Interactive Media Department?
It's beneficial in a number of ways, mostly because they get to do things that they wouldn't necessarily get to do in class. They get to work on huge projects with, say, 15 or to 20 other people that are all multidisciplinary. So it really teaches them to work on projects that they might work on in the real world when they go get a job.
Wow, what kind of technology is used? What equipment for your productions?
A whole lot. It really depends on the projects. For the individual projects themselves, we currently have some VR projects. We have some that are working on touch table. We have some that are working on arcade games, PC, you name it. As for the production aspect, we have a lot of camera equipment and other things that help us to create promotional aspects for Fuse.
I see. Now, the upcoming showcase at the Riverfront Museum is an opportunity for your team to show off their work. What kind of work will be there? Will other teams be there?
So there'll be a number of different types of work. There'll be the Catapult projects, which is projects made by different students, like groups of about 15 to 20 students. There'll be 9 of those. There'll be the Capstone projects, which is work by the seniors from each of our 4 different majors. We will have unique portfolios from students that will be showing off their own personal work, and we'll have video showcases. We'll be showing off animations and other student work in a large video capacity. That's about an hour and 10 minutes.
Are there any rewards that your team can win?
Yes, in fact, there are several awards that will be given out this year by a couple different companies, including Volition, OSF, Caterpillar, Float Iona Group, and a few more will also be giving awards to Game Art, Best Game, Best in Show, the Best UX Experience in general. So we have a lot of different connections that students can make with these companies at Fuse.
To anyone who is potentially interested in joining, what would you have to say to them?
I would say that it is an incredible experience, and it allows you to truly create something that you're passionate about and actually share it with the world, to create a finished product that you can be proud of and go forth and show your experience.
Well, you heard it here. That is all the time we have for. Thank you again, Maddox, for being with us tonight. You can view the students' work on their Instagram at IMBradleyFuse and come to the Peoria Riverfront Museum on April 30th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Live from the GCC, I'm Olivia Clausen.
Thank you so much, Olivia. As the year begins to wrap up, many memories have been made on campus, so I went out and spoke to some students to gather their thoughts. Hello and welcome to Campus Convos. My name is Mark Berger. We've made so many memories over this past school year, both on campus and off campus, so I'm here at the Student Center to ask some of our students about their favorite places. What's your favorite place to eat, both on and off campus?
I like Tonlin, or I like to have a poke bowl.
My favorite place to eat off campus is Subway.
I say on campus, probably Chick-fil-A right behind me, and then off campus, there's this good taco spot called El Perico's.
Campus is probably Center Court. Off campus, Red Lobster, but I'm biased because I work there.
I say I'll go with Moe's, my favorite on campus, and then off campus I'll probably go with Panda just because it's easy and I can always get the same thing.
Favorite spot to eat off campus is called the Fry Spot. It is very good, and I recommend any student at Bradley to go there.
Where are your favorite hangout spots, both on and off campus?
I'm always in Beck, so you can always find me in the construction lab of Beck.
I would say Markin, because a lot of people are there, you know. It's fun to meet new people.
Well, the Beck, that's a given. I also like to hang out in the office, the orientation office, since I am a student aide.
My favorite hangout spot would probably be Markin, since I like to play basketball, or probably the Student Center.
For BUTV News, I'm Mark Berger, and this has been Campus Convos. Coming up soon, a musical performance you won't want to miss.
And in just a little bit, some event updates on campus.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up one finger if you're a man, women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
Part-time job, full-time hustle, all-time Shiro to all of us. You nurture, we listen. You teach, we thrive. You lift our spirits, but we've got to lay down the truth. It's time for you, our Shiro, to stretch for the stars. A free online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Start saving more for retirement so you can feel prepared and live your life to the fullest. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro.
Welcome back to BUTV. I'm Nolan Bullman, and here are your sports. Bradley Baseball had the daunting task of taking on Dallas Baptist, who ranked 16th in the country in a 3-game series. The Braves reigned victorious on Thursday and Friday and went for the series sweep on Saturday. Despite entering the series with a 9-17 record, Bradley stood confidently facing their nationally ranked opponent. Sophomore Ryan Vogel looks to continue the team's winning ways, right pick up right where they left off, but was met with a lineout to left field. Dallas Baptist would lead 4-0 through 6 as junior Jared McDonald celebrates his double. At one point, the Braves had a tying run on in the 8th with 1 out on a 4-1 deficit. They could do nothing to take advantage of such a grand opportunity to narrow the gap. Eventually, no brooms are brought out for sweeping as the Braves on the series finale 6-1. Doubleheaders for softball are never an easy task, but they're against your arch nemesis, the pressure only rises. Well, Bradley faced that exact challenge yesterday against Illinois State with plenty on the line. The rivalry between Bradley and Illinois State is no kept secret, and each program's softball teams are certainly no exceptions. Heading into Tuesday night's doubleheader, both teams were 1 game apart from each other in the Missouri Valley Conference standings, which only added fuel to the fire.
The war on 74, and no matter what sport is playing, be it basketball or volleyball or softball, it's always one that we want to win.
Game 1 was a tight-knit battle, in which Bradley came back late and eventually won thanks to a Grace French walk-off double.
The past 3 games at home, there's been 3 games at home we've had walk-offs, and to just keep that going is a really great thing for us.
Plenty of intensity and emotion was present at the Louisville Slugger Complex. This is not the last time these two teams will meet, as a matchup at ISU looms next Wednesday.
I think we got to make a little bit better adjustments at the plate. Defensively, I thought we did a great job all night long. So it's just little things here and there, little fixes, tune-ups, sharpening a little bit, and we'll be good to go.
With just 10 games remaining on the season, the Braves rank 4th in the conference standings. They remain above 500 with a 9-8 conference record and hope to add a bigger cushion in the win column.
We're in a really good place. I feel like we've been playing really well as a team, getting the job done when we need to, and we're on the right path to be where we want to be.
With Bradley splitting the doubleheader, it is safe to say that the series finale against the Redbirds will be an event you won't want to miss. Reporting for BUTV, I'm Nolan Beaumont. Well, that is all for sports. Now let's see what events are happening around campus. Once again, I'm Nolan Beaumont. Go Braves!
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
Let's take a look at what events you should be sure to check out this week. Beginning tonight and running through April 24th, The Revolutionists. BU Theater is presenting Lauren Gunderson's feminist comedy set during the French Revolution. 7:30 shows every night and on Sunday at 2 p.m. Student tickets are $7. This Saturday on Alumni Quad, a dedication ceremony for the new recognition plots. These plots honor and recognize each of the National Pan-Hellenic Council and multicultural Greek organizations on campus. The plots serve as physical representation of the significance of these organizations in Bradley's history. The ceremony begins at 10:30 a.m. And this Saturday, join the Groovement. Head to Olin Quad from 11 to 4 to listen to performances from local bands. The event is partnered with the Peoria County Election Commission. The event is free and open to the public. Well, that's all we've got for you tonight on BUTV News. From all of us here, I'm Mark Berger.
And I'm Megan Ruger-Smith. We leave you tonight with a performance from Sean Turnia. Have a great night.
Let's talk about the old days. Let's talk about your friends. Let's talk about the summer and how you wished it wouldn't end. Did I forget to tell you how pretty you looked in that dress? And the first time that I saw you, you cleaned the mess from my head. And I don't mind if we take our time. No, I don't mind. Let's go walking on the boardwalk. dip our feet into the sea. Let's find ourselves lost for hours until we find ourselves